Hi everyone, it's Margaret and I am doing a very runway haute couture editorial inspired look. Just been looking at a lot of footage of the recent fashion week in Paris and Milan, and that's where my roots come from because I started my career as a makeup artist in Milan and worked in Paris and a bunch of different cool places in Europe as well as New York. Um, but now I reside in LA. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to bring as much education and knowledge to those who don't have the opportunity to go out there and learn how to do these looks. So this is a great, very, very theatrical runway haute couture inspired look that you could also use for like an inspiration for Halloween. So definitely, one thing about the runway shows is very theater, with very, very intense aspects of the creativity. So if you can see how I'm doing the foundation on this, it's very, very um, good coverage. It's not like your everyday clean see-through makeup. It's definitely more theatrical, but in a very beauty fashion sense. So you want to do a really clean coverage. You want everything to look really, really just flawless and even. And as you can see, I'm just really taking this foundation and just really creating a nice, just pure palette on the face, and creating a nice perfect canvas. And I think that's really important. And this look is really great because there's some intensity to it, but I'm also using a lot of shimmers and a lot of metallics, and so it'll have a softness to it, but just the way the application is, it's pretty intense. And it definitely can come off extremely dramatified, but actually this particular look is really inspired by the Edwardian era, which is, definitely an era where I think it was a coming of age era, and it was before the Roaring Twenties, where they got a little bit more, you know, flashy and more independent, but it was definitely something that was more glamorized. So here what I'm doing is I put the fallout powder, and now I'm using a white pencil and I'm lining the water line with the white pencil, and I really want to open the eyes up, and I want to go just from the underneath part, and I don't go all the way in, but just right from the water, the tear duct. So now I'm taking this aluminum color metallic, kind of shimmery color metallic shadow, and I'm just going to put it right on the mid part of the lid. As you can see, and I'm taking a flat rectangle brush because I really want this to have a strong payout. And so as you can see how I'm just really adding right on the middle part of the lid, and I'm carrying it up into the crease. So I'm taking this kind of pewter, it has like a warm pewter metallic look to the shadow, and I'm taking it from the end and I'm going right in the crease, and I'm just going around that aluminum color. Now this one has that pewter, it's still in the metallics. It's kind of got a little bit more of like a green gray tinge to it. And it's a really beautiful color. So now I'm taking this blue kind of steel color. It's got a little bit more deeper blue dark steel color. And I'm going right in the inner part of the crease. And as you can see, I'm just going right along, right across the tear duct area, right in the middle, and up to the brow bone, and right along the bridge of the nose. And see how that just carries through. And using these subtle colors, but yet they're all definitely in the same family, allows this gradation to be quite subtle. So I'm taking this now brown, kind of umber brown metallic powder shadow, and I'm going to go right from the mid into the outer part of the lower lid. And as you can see, I'm just kind of carrying that through. And as you can see, I also use that blending brush to blend and merge everything together, because you really want this to have sort of like a painting effect. So I'm taking my complexion brush and just wiping off and dusting off any of the excess powder that I put, especially like the fallout powder underneath. And I want the eyeshadow to kind of meld together. So I'm taking my blending brush and I'm just going to do a little cleanup. And I'm going to take a little bit more of that brown and I'm just going to go right in just to give it a little bit more payout. Just a little, add a little bit more intensity. And this will definitely add more pop to it once we put the mascara and you'll see that. But see, I'm just taking a little bit more of that little bit of that brownish metallic and just going over now just to add a little bit of intensity. And then I'm just going to keep blending and keep going back and forth like that. That's really, really important. And also, when you're doing this, you want to make sure that you leave, the face as clean as possible. And I'm dusting off any powder. And then I'm going to go over it with the white pencil just to go over a little bit more and add some pop to it and more payout. You gotta, the thing about when you're doing these kind of looks, you really have to just make sure you keep adding and just intensifying, because the skin will absorb, especially the first pass. You might have to do like a second pass just to go over to add some intensity. And see how this white is just opening the eyes up. So I'm now using this like white kind of shimmer color, and I'm going right underneath the eyes and right above the cheekbones and just right up all along the bridge of the nose, on top of her forehead, and just along her cheek and chin. And this is going to really open up, give the face that open up effect. And it's such a beautiful addition to what you're doing. So now I'm going to leave the brows. Now if you have really good natural brows, just leave them natural. If you need to draw them in, you certainly could do that, but just keep them very light and not heavy. And I'm taking this black mascara, and you'll see how the mascara is going to really finish this eyes off. Now if you like my techniques and you want to learn how to definitely do these amazing techniques and get really, really great at your skills, check out my school at www.mkcbeautyacademy.com. We have online training, we have in-person training, and if you're also a model or a makeup artist already, hairstylist, and you want to get your portfolio built, we have a portfolio workshop. It's a portfolio building workshop, and it's a great way to build your portfolio. So definitely check out my website, www.mkcbeautyacademy.com. If you are a YouTube subscriber, you can get also discounts on the online training. And you can even do a blended training. So just check it out and give us a call. So here I'm finishing up the mascara, and see how just adding the mascara is just really defining this look in such a way that I love. And it's so beautiful because it's still subtle and soft, but you'll definitely get people staring at you if you do this. And I'm putting this kind of chiffon-y, kind of sherbety, orangey, peachy, with a little bit of shimmer blush, just along the cheekbones like that. Just really soft. And I'm going to go with this red color. And I don't want the red to be so overpowering, but it definitely, I want it to have like a little bit of a brightness. Now you can go with the nude, which would be really subtle, but I think the red really makes a nice statement. And so this is more like kind of a orangey red. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just add the red to the lips and just add a little bit more of like a stain effect to the lip. And I think this is really great. And Jenny here has such beautiful lips. She's got such a gorgeous face. So I'm going to lastly take this dark brown metallic, and I'm going to take my smudge brush and just add a little bit more intensity in the inner part of the eye with that dark brown. And then I'm just going to go with the silvery right here and just kind of go in a little bit more just to intensify the eyes. And see how that just kind of gave it a little bit more intensification. And there you have it. This is my runway haute couture inspired look. And this is definitely club worthy. And you can also do this for Halloween. But thanks so much for watching. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe and stay tuned for more. Bye!